Class 10th Geography. Dear students, we learned 2 chapters and next chapter I am explaining Agriculture chapter 13. Okay, then see that Agriculture chapter 13, Agriculture. Agriculture includes not only land for cultivation for growing the crops, but also it includes horticulture, sericulture, livestock, rearing, pisciculture, agroforestry, etc. Then and farmers grow any crops due to the climatic conditions, level of land, growing season and enough water. Now the next main topic is what? Importance of agriculture. What are the importance of agriculture? Then first point is what? After the independence 1947, the total populations 75% of the population depends on agriculture, and 2015 and after 65 years 60% of the population are that depends on agriculture. And second point, we can say the reason or the importance agriculture provide not only that food and but also it provide raw material for many industries. For example, sugar industries, cotton textile industries, jute industries, etc. we can give. And the third point we can say what that the demand for variety of manufactured goods due to the agriculture, it create the demand for variety of manufactured goods. And the next point we can say it provide employment to the millions of families. Means Indian families, the poor families provide employment. And next we can give that export I written. So we can write what the India can export many spices and also what many that materials or food crops to the other countries, and we can earn that millions or we can say what earn foreign money due to the export of that goods. And next we can say it is a role in Indian economy and contribute 20% of the GDP. So the importance of agriculture, you can write any 3 or 4 points that are what important. It not only provide the food but also it provide what raw materials of many that industries, example sugar industries, cotton industries, silk industries, woolen industries, etc. And also second point, it create demand for variety of what manufactured goods, and also we can it provide employment to the millions of landless families, and it export raw materials and agro-processed goods such as tea, coffee, spices, etc. And it play a role in the Indian economy and contribute about 20% of the gross domestic product that we say about GDP. Then so this is the importance of agriculture. Next one is what the main topic is what are the problems of agriculture. Then what are the problems of agriculture? The first point is what the size of the land holdings. Size of the land holdings means what in India the land holdings are very small. Why that is this land holdings very small? Because the division of agricultural land among the sons and the daughter means what in India what the agricultural land is divided into what their son and daughter is the main cause, and so the small and fragmented land holdings are the common we can see what in a densely populated or cultivated state in India. So that the first problem is what the size of the land holdings is what small, or you can write what small and fragmented land holdings. Second point we can say what is good quality seeds. That is the availability of good quality or high yield variety seed is necessary for what that high productions. And in India the good quality seeds are expensive, so the farmers cannot afford to use the high yield variety seed. So that is the second problem. And the third problem is what unreliable rainfall. So unreliable rainfall is what we can say what the rainy season in India is limited to June to September, and the major part of in India that the monsoon is what we can say irregular, uncertain, unreliable, or you can say what the vagaries of the rainfall that depends or you can say what unevenly distributed in India. That was 65% of the net sown area in India depends on the vagaries of rainfall. So the main reason for the failure of the crop is what the miseries of the marginal farmers, or we can say what unreliable rainfall. And next point we can say what soil erosion. The large area of the cultivated area in India with the fertile soil are exposed to the soil erosion by running water, wind, etc. And next point you can say what the faulty land use. Faulty land use means what the most of the farmers in India want to grow the same crops such as rice, wheat, sugarcane, etc. year after year in the same piece of land. This practice causes what the loss of the chemicals, minerals in the soil. So that why the production is what less coming. Next one, the lack of mechanization. Lack of mechanization, we can say most of the farmers in India are poor and illiterate. They use the primitive, outdated farming techniques. So that why most of the work of the farms are plowing, sowing, irrigating, weeding, pruning, etc. done manually use because they are not using the machines. So that is the next problem, we can say the lack of mechanization. Next point we can say what the lack of irrigation facilities. The India after China is the second largest irrigated country in the world. Still the only 1/3 of the total cropped area has the facilitates irrigation. So irrigation is the most important input, but the rainfall is so uncertain, unreliable, and etc. And some of the areas or some of the states we can say what excessive irrigation is caused waterlogging and salination. And next we can say lack of storage facilities. In India what storage facilities are what less, inadequate what transport facilities, agriculture marketing is what not there, and the lack of education of the farmers, they are not educated. So these are that what problems of what agriculture. So there are many problems there. At least 5 problems you learn. Which one you can easy? That is 5 problems you learn. So first problem is what the size of the land holdings. Second one is the good quality seed, means the lack of the good quality seed, unreliable rainfall, soil erosion, faulty land use, lack of mechanization, lack of irrigation facilities, lack of storage facilities, inadequate transport facilities, adequate marketing, lack of education. So these are the problems. And next, what are the remedy measures to solve the problems, or what are the measures we can take into to solve these problems. So first one, the problem is what I given a size of the land holding, means what we said what the small and fragment, means the land is what small. That the first problem. We can solve this problem by what we can consolidation of the land holdings. So the problem is what small and fragmented land holding. So that we can solve by consolidation of land. What is consolidation of land? We can combine into big land. Then if it's big land, we can produce more crops. Second one is what the government to provide what good quality seed. I written what the problem is what in India what the quality seed is what not good quality, or the farmers as what poor, they can't afford to use the good quality seed. So that problem we can solve by the government should provide what good quality seed in what less price. And third one we say what the problem of what irregular rainfall that we can solve by what the good irrigation facility should be what we should practice, so that what rainfall we can solve. And also what reduce the soil erosion. We say written what soil erosion. So soil erosion we can reduce by what we should practice what many measures to reduce the soil, means what counter ploughing, that terrace farming, etc. So we can solve this. So that what are the problems and what are the remedies that we should take to solve these problems, so that we learn. So in the chapter 13 agriculture, important, the main topic you should learn importance of the agriculture, what are the problems of agriculture, and what are the remedy measures. Remedy measures means what how you can solve the problems. So these you should learn. So this is the first topic I explained this chapter, and next we will learn that the Green Revolution and that next one. So next class I will explain that remaining topics. You learn that what agriculture. So whatever I explained, just like you write in the copy, I learned that what the points.